Hello Capricorn, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. Capricorn, how are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you, Capricorn. We've got a small tower of oracles that we're going to be using this week. I'm going to throw some oracles for overall energy, and then we're going to hit it up with a 9-card draw for tarot. Let's find out what's going on for you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Capricorn, if you are here all the time and you just keep coming back and hitting that thumbs up and viewing, subscribing, thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate you so much. You're growing this Capricorn tribe, and it is growing by the day. If you are brand new and you're just rolling up in on these shenanigans here, welcome to the Capricorn tribe. Welcome to 10 of Cups Tarot. And there's a subscription button in the bottom right hand corner if you're interested in staying. All right. I'm always reading for the week ahead for those of you who aren't aware. So whether you find this today, tomorrow, or next year, it is always going to be for the week ahead. All right. The authority, the emperor, has come out. Somebody's taking charge of something here. What else do we have? Oh yeah, bottom of the deck. We've got the positive movement forward. So somebody is using all of their might to move forward in a positive way. It could be emotionally. We've got water there. Somebody could be moving towards the sun, moving toward a Leo possibly. Take it as it resonates for you. Let's find out what else is going on here. Tell me more about Capricorn, please. Why is the authority here for Capricorn? We've got sing your own song. Look, the authority is the person singing their own song. The authority, or the emperor, is the person who's making all the decisions. Hard ones, good ones, bad ones, right? Making all of the decisions. I feel like somebody here is about to step into their power. And whether you're a feminine or a masculine here, the authority, of course, is masculine leaning energy. So majority of masculine energy. But the authority, the emperor, also has feminine energy, as we all do, all humans, right? Plants, animals, all of us. And sing your own song. I feel like you're about to make a decision or do something that other people aren't used to you doing. Like, it feels like Capricorn, and I'm not saying that you're not a bossed up energy, but it feels like you're feeling especially stable, secure, and bossed up in the week ahead, it feels like here, by singing your own song. I really love that we have the canary on the flute. You might be someone who is a flautist. Maybe you play a flute, but somebody here is possibly going to step out and take charge of their music career. Maybe you're going to finally sing in front of people for the first time. Take it as it resonates for you. We do have the turkey spirit. It says, give with gratitude and grace. All right. Card number 61, which is a 7. It feels like somebody's going to be standing up and being very giving. I feel like you're giving grace to somebody. And by that, I mean somebody who you feel is never going to change. Somebody who you feel it's almost like you now see it from a different perspective. I want to say that you're moving on from something that maybe had you stuck emotionally. And it's a realization, I feel, give with gratitude and grace. It feels like somebody here is making the decision that I'm never going to change them. I'm just going to liberate myself. I'm never going to change them. That they're just going to do what they're going to do because, I'm looking at the turkey spirit, right? We're all animals, right? And animals do certain things, right? We know that dogs bark. We know that cats meow. Like, it feels like it's innate for somebody and you're not going to change them. So I feel like you're going to stand up for yourself and move forward, make some positive movement forward, even though this person isn't going to follow. There isn't much you can do. When people are on their own path, they're on their own path. Tell me more about Capricorn. We've got go the distance here. This go the distance card says a bunch of things for me. It says somebody here is about to cross the finish line. Like, you're about to complete something, or you're about to finally step out in front of everybody. And it's like in the Olympics, when you see people that are running, and all of a sudden, boom, somebody comes up from the outside. They're the person that has left all the energy in the tank. I feel like that's you. It's like you're on your final lap and you're about to cross the finish line or something. You're going the distance, and I feel like you're doing it just in the nick of time. I feel it's something that you've wanted to do for a long time. You know what? All 3 readings I've done today have come up with an 11. 7 and 4 is 11. Yeah, it feels like it's the energy of this 1111 portal, I feel, is what's propelling you forward to step over the finish line and actually bring your song to the world. Whether you're speaking it or singing, or maybe you're going to publish a book, it feels like you're bringing something to the world here. Bottom of the deck says the fates. It's now, like you were supposed to wait until now to do that. When things are fated, there's no other time they can be done except for the time that it's fated to be done. All right. Tell me more about Capricorn, please. Tell me more about Capricorn. Oops. All right. One more. All right. We've got recognition. Very interesting. People are going to be recognizing your authority, my friend. So I want to say that you're the subject matter expert on something. There is something that you do that other people don't do as well as you. And I feel like you will be getting recognition for standing up or standing out, for being the authority. People are going to see you as somebody who's in charge of it all. You're the top of the heap, I want to say. If you're the musician, you're the best one. If you're the flautist, you're the best one. If you're the singer, you're the best one. You're going to have some sort of recognition here. We've got the canary, and it says apology, forgiveness through mutual understandings. You know what? I feel like it's almost like you're going to be flaunting it in somebody's face, and it feels like somebody is not going to, there's going to be other people or another person who cannot not see you. Like it feels like everybody's going to be recognizing you. It feels like that somebody here is going to have to admit they were wrong, that you were, maybe they were the one who was deterring you from the music career, or singing your own song, or speaking in front of people, or being honest with people around you. We do have rest, and it says going the distance. It says listen to your body mentally and physically unwind. I feel like after this big burst of energy activation, this big burst of energy here, I feel like it's going to be time for you to rest just a little bit. All right, let's get these tarot on the table here. Tell me about Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Capricorn, if you're interested in a private read, please know that I do have room over at Wizio. If you're interested in a private read, it's probably more reasonable than you think it is. All of that information and the links you need are in the pinned comment below. I'm right now on less than a 10-day turnaround time. Tell me about Capricorn, please. Tell me about Capricorn. Yep, there it is. You're coming out of this hanged energy. I love it. Aha, there's an aha moment. Somebody has learned something. I think that you're about to learn that other people see you as the authority, as the one who's in charge, the one who's at the front of the line, the one who has the last word, the one that everybody should listen to. Maybe you're a professor, maybe you're a scientist, maybe you're somebody who's been trying to prove some sort of a hypothesis, or you've been trying to prove yourself to people possibly, but it feels like you are going to be recognized for that, and it does feel like people now are getting, I want to say that this hanged energy is like people had an idea of who they thought you were, I'm going to say, but once you changed your perspective on who you were, that's when the tower fell, because now whatever's behind you is in a pile of rubble, and the only reason that the tower shows up is to shift you into a different situation. It shows you that the way you've been living, who you were, what you were doing, was an illusion all along. You were playing a part that you actually wasn't your part. It's like you were far more important than being the background singer. You were far more important than being an extra on stage. You're actually the star. And so I feel like this tower is like a realization of that you are the person who has the knowledge. You're the person who is the clear thinker, the one who is really good with their words, the one who is the teacher possibly. Tell me more about Capricorn. Feels like you've been living in the shadow of the tower for a long time. That's what it feels like. When the tower falls, everybody sees you on the other side. They see you for all that you are. We've got the 5 Pentacles in the reverse. It's about reconnection. It feels like somebody here has been behind the scenes growing, learning, becoming an authority on something here. Yeah, behind the scenes. The Hermit energy is at the center of the reading, the heart of the matter. It feels like somebody was in Hermit energy. Somebody here was learning, gaining wisdom, figuring out what I want to do. I'm doing research. I'm looking over myself. I'm figuring out what part I played in the chaos. And I feel like it's, it feels like somebody here has decided, they've learned why. I really love this energy because it's like somebody's learned why it was disappointing or learned why it was heartbreaking. You know, and it feels like somebody here is learning that you must find the lesson in things, otherwise it's just suffering. Because I feel like somebody here is going through a tower. So I feel like you're standing up as the authority, sort of stable and sturdy, even while the tower is falling. But I feel it's because you've learned a lesson here about heartbreak or heartache, or when people disappoint you with their words and their thoughts. It feels like you've learned this while you were in this Hermit energy. And if we can learn the lesson from what's gone on, no matter what kind of chaos it is, no matter whether it's divorce, whether it's death, no matter what it is, if we can find the lesson in that, then it helps us not suffer so much. Just looking at this Fates card, it feels like there's like you had a knowing that things were going to go off the rails anytime, because you're coming out to see people and you're a totally different Capricorn than you ever were. It's because of lessons, I believe. You're about to get a lot of apologies from people who said you couldn't, wouldn't, shouldn't. We have the Two of Swords, we have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Four of Wands. You're coming into alignment here. You're coming out of this Two of Swords energy here because it feels like after you cross the finish line, you rest. It feels like you're now feeling things. Rather than believing what you see, you're now feeling things. We do have Six Swords. You're moving on from something, moving on from the way you felt. I really do feel like when you reconnect to people in your world here, that there's going to be a lot of people who are going to ask for your forgiveness, because I feel like a lot of people underestimated you. And when you come out showing as the authority, people are going to be like, oh boy, I was wrong about Capricorn, wasn't I? So I feel like this Two of Swords is almost taking part in your rest. It's like you needed to be here for a little bit before the alignment showed up. Before your alignment and your wish fulfillment showed up, I feel like you needed to be in this resting energy. The bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. You're now deeply into your intuitive energy. I feel like you were silent with people for a long while, because we do have the High Priestess and the Hermit. These are both people who learn by themselves, away from others. They sequester themselves away from others in order to make their environment quiet, silent, so they can learn things, right? All right, let's clarify just a little bit. Tell me about Capricorn, please. Tell me about this Five of Pentacles here. I feel like people are going to be shocked when you show up and you're looking different on the outside, feeling different on the inside. Maybe you've started a business that is successful. Maybe you're somebody who is now the president, the vice president of a company. Maybe you're someone who's running the company for the boss. It feels like you're in a very bossed up energy here. Tell me about the Five of Pentacles, please. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Moon energy, and we have the Page of Cups. So you're on this brand new path here, right? The Moon energy, no one saw it coming. No one saw you coming, Capricorn. And the Ace of Pentacles is here. I really do feel that as you show up and they see your abundance and they see that you've started the business that's really thriving, or that you have decided to record your voice, or you've decided to get into, there's a flute here. Maybe you've decided to join an orchestra. It feels like something really big. It feels like something that people would have never expected of you, Capricorn, because the Moon energy is here. Things were not as they seemed. And what they thought is that Capricorn is just off the map. Like, they're just off the map. They're not talking to us. They're probably snotty and snooty. And that's not what was going on at all. You were actually, they were throwing mud at you and you were growing through all the mud. That's what it feels like here. So the Page of Cups tells me that you're now open to feeling things out rather than believing what you see. The Page of Cups is open to a new path, open to intuition. This is the beginning of something. It's very good news. As you reconnect to people that you've been disconnected from, these people, I feel, put you on the outside looking in. I feel like somebody threw baby in the corner. It's what it feels like. And now you're emerging as someone who's very different. And make no mistake about it, sometimes the rejection that you get from other people is what it exactly is going to grow you. Now you're coming out as some sort of authority, shamanic authority, spiritual authority here. Tell me about the Hermit. We have the King of Cups, we have the Ten of Pentacles, and we have the Tower. I feel like this is telling me that you're about to make a whole lot of money on whatever it is that you have learned as the authority. Somebody who now is taking charge of things. So maybe your family, Ten of Pentacles, might see you as now the head of the family. Maybe they're now taking you seriously and they didn't take you seriously before. I feel like you're showing up as the King of Cups, which tells me that you've got it all under control. Because the King of Cups is part of the Emperor energy, who is the authority. I feel like the King of Cups is telling me that maybe you were in the past dealing with things like getting overly emotional or oversensitized or stimulated when things would go wrong. I feel like now you're emotionally intelligent, which means you're no longer throwing fits. You're no longer out of control of your emotions. It feels like this is what is actually the gold. I'm going to say the Ten of Pentacles is, it feels like that you now have it together. Even in the midst of a tower. Look, we've got a couple of towers here. So it feels like this one's in the past, and that's why I'm not reading it. But we have a tower that's coming up in the center of the reading. It's like everything is staged around you coming forward. Like the curtains are opening, and there you are. That's what it feels like here. That the tower is here, and people are now seeing you for, they're now seeing your worth. The employer is now seeing that you are worth the money, worth employing you because you need to run the business. You're the one that has all of the information. You're the one who can make decisions, whether they're hard ones or easy ones. Tell me about the Three of Swords, please. Yeah, you're handling disappointment way better than you were. I feel like in the past that maybe you were, whenever disappointment would come up or things that weren't working the way you wanted to, maybe obstacles in your way from moving forward, you dealt with it by just being quiet, putting yourself in the mental prison and overthinking it. I feel like the Queen of Swords is here liberating you from the Three of Swords and the Eight of Swords. It feels like this, you're now removing mental blocks. It's now easier for you to think, to make decisions. And I feel like people are trusting you to not only make decisions for yourself, but to make decisions for everyone involved. And that's the authority. Somebody could be stepping out of this or stepping into this energy of being the leader, and people are trusting you and following you here. Tell me why the Two of Swords is here in the future energy. We've got the Queen of Cups, we've got the King of Pentacles, and we've got the Two of Wands. So I want to say that people see you, Capricorn, as somebody who's maybe not necessarily vocal. I don't feel like you step out into a crowd and start, like the Emperor isn't the one who's like all over the place telling everybody their opinion. This person is someone who's quite stoic, somebody who's just going to watch and listen and learn. They're going to pick out the things that they need to pick out of a crowd in order for, the details that they need in order to make their decision. I feel like the Two of Swords is telling me that at some point you were stuck in this compassion mode where you were overgiving to people, overgiving and overgiving. But I feel like it's a new day. The Two of Wands is here. You're at the crossroads and you're preparing to make decisions. Decisions that are hard, Two of Swords. Decisions that are taking action, Two of Wands. It's preparing you for alignment. Alignment for some sort of stability, celebration, some happiness that's coming up in the future here. Tell me about the Nine of Cups, please. You've gone the distance, and now it's time to reap the rewards. And I feel like the rewards are the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. But it feels like the Two of Swords is also here. So Two of Swords and King and Queen of Cups tells me, yeah, you're compassionate and kind, but I'm not letting you get one by me. Like that's what it feels like here. I'm kind, but don't try me. We've got the Nine of Cups, which is the Temperance. We've got the High Priestess, and we've got the Magician. Yeah, it does really feel like you are now in the future, which is not next week, but the week after that, it feels like you are really trusting yourself. I want to say you're trusting yourself. You're very determined, I would say, to use every tool that you have in order to make the most balanced decisions about what comes on your path next. But now, with the Magician energy here, Capricorn, you realize that you now are the one who is in charge. You're the one with all of the tools. That everyone around you, like they talked a big game, but you actually are the one that did the work. Oh yeah. So I'm also clairaudient, and I'm hearing Chinchilla say, I've done the work and I got the badge of honor. Honey, I've changed so much since I last saw ya. So yeah, that's what this is. You're coming out of hiding here. And you're coming out with some sort of a talent or a big energy. The person who's at the front of the line, like, don't mess with Capricorn. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting here. So the Four of Wands, let's look at the Four of Wands. It feels like things are coming into alignment because you're the one who's in control now, and you've realized that. You're now trusting yourself. You're very much in balance. You're now trusting yourself. This is your debut. It's the moment of alchemy here. So that song that I got was Chinchilla Little Girl Gone is what it is. Tell me about the Four of Wands. We've got the Three of Wands, we've got the Five of Wands, and we've got the Page of Pentacles. Things now are surging forward onto a new path. It's a path where you've never been before. It's something brand new. We've got the Five of Wands. You were holding back, but no longer are you holding back. The Five and the Three are Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is pushing forward, a big burst of energy. It's now like you know that you're in charge, and it's time for you to show everyone else that, look, this path was always here. I'm going to do what I want when I want to do it. It's time for me to, you can see that somebody's throwing their coin in the air. It's like, I've never been on this path before, but I'm not scared. I'm the authority. This is how people are recognizing you. They're recognizing you as the authority. We have the Ace of Wands. There's a path that's about to open up that's pretty exciting for you. And although I feel that you were in this Two of Swords for too long, you're taking off the blindfold here. And it's time for you to disconnect from people who aren't on your side. I feel like you're almost disconnecting or discounting people who said you couldn't do it, because you're the Nine of Pentacles. You're doing it all on your own. They see that you're doing it all on your own. I really do feel that you've got some people in their feelings. They're feeling some type of way about it because the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups is here, that you are coming out as the King of Swords. It feels like there's a little bit of jealousy going on. I'm just saying that people are, I feel like some of them are going to apologize and some of them are just never going to change, right? But this turkey spirit here, give with grace and gratitude. I feel like this is what you're going to do. You're like, yeah, I am the shit, and I'm still going to give you grace, even though you told me that I couldn't do it, or it wasn't enough. I'm still going to give you this grace. Good for you. Good for you. That's a good leader. Yeah, I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for being here and watching. Capricorn, I'm going to go for now, and I'll be back though, because I'm always back. Love you guys. Bye-bye.